Hello Marvel Heroes fans, today is a video on Venom, but before I get there, I thought some of you are like friends to me. My another hobby is actually to take photography, and today we went to a river safari in Singapore, and my wife is a big fan of Rocket Raccoon, and Red Panda happened to be a cross between bear and raccoon, so I managed to like took some photo of this Red Panda. I was really happy about it. And well, there are monkeys, but there are no monkey barrels, nothing to smash. Panda, not really a big fan of panda, but there are two in Singapore right now, and also some otters, and they are really fun. They're running around and so on. So anyway, back to Venom. So last December, I released a video on Venom, the Iker melee build. Some of you messaged me and asked, is that video still valid? Then after that I looked through the numbers again and so on and so forth. I don't think I'm going to change any bit of it, but I'm going to show you in more detail talking about the build and so on. Venom back in December was pretty strong, but after half a year of power creep, I think he has room to be tuned up. You'll see. And also through this journey of rediscovering the hero, I actually found a ranged build that is really fun, really fun. There's a lot of nice visual effect, and after a long day at work, sometimes you just want to feel buttons, no need to use medkit often, and just enjoy the game. And Venom ranged version is the guy for you. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. Also, the gear, Omega system, and so on. Just sit back and enjoy, alright? First, let's look at the melee Venom. But before I go into the build numbers itself, I'd like to just give an introduction on how this whole thing works, and where I think there should be some kind of areas of improvement in terms of the design itself. Now, when it comes to Venom, it's very interesting. You have something called Iker. Iker is something that will not regenerate over time. You have to use ability or medkit or any other things to regenerate this whole thing. So Monstrosity is a tree that by and large utilize Iker to deal damage. There are some power to regenerate health, but the main game is really about the taking the Iker and deal damage. The Lethal Protector, on the other hand, works something like this. It deals damage at the expense of health, and it regenerates Iker. So so you would think that you use this tree to sort of like generate resource for this tree. And the last one is just about the passive. You have to pick 3 passive out of this entire 6 of them, mutually exclusive. And there's something called like the signature and so on. So there are many options to play Venom, but by looking at the raw number itself, and I've tested it even after with all my gears at endgame. Deadly Maul is actually one of the highest DPS, it is huge because of the damage buff as well against the weakened. The one that comes close to Monstrosity's Deadly Maul is the Lethal Protector's Dark Tendrils. Now, the gap between Dark Tendrils and the Deadly Maul is about 40%. In order to close the gap, you have to lose a lot of health to get the buff. So you have to lose about 80% of health in order to equal with what Deadly Maul is doing. And it's very hard to lose that much health in the first place and not die. Unlike say Ghost Rider, for example, there's an ability to drop the health by 50%, and after that, as and when Ghost Rider reached the 75% loss of health, there's a buff come up. You don't have to maintain the kind of like low health really. I mean, you can drop the health low below 25%, rapidly go back up again, and you still have all the benefit. But Venom doesn't design that way for this tree at least. So things like this is very hard to. I think it's very hard to rely on this one as the highest DPS. So your best bet is really about the Deadly Maul. But the problem with Deadly Maul is that it requires a lot of Iker. So you have to have high Omega points with the high strength to sustain the kind of like, to even think about sustaining the kind of damage. There are ways to regenerate Iker, of course. Come to Venom is one of the best, one of the better cooldown power we have, the layer we can have, and it restores 150 Iker, but the cooldown is 4 seconds, so you can't rely on this one alone to give you back what you need. Predator's Web, which also generate Iker, has no cooldown, is quite ideal to generate enough ichor to support this side of the world. But the problem is that Predator web has slow debuff, vulnerability debuff. So by looking at it, it's not going to be great. The DPS of this power is very low, very low. So you have to sort of like work your way through to make sure that this guy can sustain up, all the time by using the med kit as well, because the med kit would regenerate 100 ichor. So every time when there's a chance to use med kit, use med kit. Another way to regenerate ichor, of course, is through a signature, because using a signature, one of these guy will then, like this one, will then gain 300 ichor after you use the signature. So the signature is about 25-second cooldown. So every 25 seconds, you gain 300 ichor. Every 4 seconds, you gain 150 ichor. And med kit is 100 ichor as well. So if that is still not enough, then you have to spam this one. This one, you're supposed to do it every 5 seconds. But you may end up doing it every 3 seconds, because the duration of using this one depending on how far you need the ichor for. But it is highly recommended to sustain deadly mode, because that is a very high damage kind of like to it. All right. And another one that I rely on is this one. The withering tendril is like a range kind of thing. But it's a pretty nice damage over time layer to it, and but it costs ichor, of course, a humongous amount of ichors, like 112. And then after that, in fact is important, because with this, your deadly maul is dealing 50% higher. So you have got to use this one whenever it's available. And if you look at a timer, this is 8 seconds, this is 4 seconds. So every twice of withering tendrils, you use the infect. All right, so that's how you do it. And the wicked visage, which is the crowd control breaker, is wonderful because it's irresistible. Use it on cooldown when you are, especially when you are in Cosmic Patrol, because a lot of people saying that, well, Venom is hard to survive in Cosmic Patrol, but think about it, right? Every 15 seconds you can terrify the you can stun the boss, you can stun everybody around you. It's great stuff. I mean, you have got to put it onto your hotbar. I know there are many hotbar that slot you can use, and this seems quite precious. But being able to interrupt the boss at will is very, very important. So I would recommend that. One point on Hungry Maw. Hungry Maw is not great, but it regenerates health. With the gear, it regenerates a little bit more. So I use it like an emergency button for, like if I need the med kit, but my med kit is on cooldown. So I use Hungry Maw to regenerate health. And last but not the least, if you mess up all your rotation and you run out of ichor, the best way to recover ichor is through parasitic tendrils. It does two things. One is to regenerate ichor quite rapidly. I think within 3 seconds you can recover everything that you need, so that is very nice. It also regenerates health, which is very important in Cosmic Patrol when you are in deep trouble, losing health here and there, left, right, center, and you like to just restore the health. So this is one option to go. All right, and the one point on the web swing, and because it's quite easy to go by. And the remaining of point dumper are dumping into here. I know I said that the DPS of it is very low, but still I think it is important to have some DPS. That is the layer that I can have on that. So yeah, I mean, it's not layer, it's just a power. As for the passive wise, if you are playing the melee build, you would like to pick We Are Powerful, because you increase the range of the pool, which is very nice, and you like to have We Are Lethal as well, because it gives you a lot of like extra ichor, as well as to increase damage on this power here. All this ichor power will be increased by this passive. So if I put back the gear, if I put back all my gear, just bear with me. And my gear right now is not that great. It's still a lot of room to improve when it comes to roll itself, but I have what I have. So when it comes to all this gear, right? So this is already 50, which is quite nice. And you're talking about the damage is 14.5% to Ica power, so it's great. So this one is here buff all this power. It doesn't buff over here, you see, right? So so that's why I always reinstate that this is a very good power to have a spender. If you are not using it, then most likely you are not using dealing as much DPS as you could have. Potentially. So yeah, I mean that is the thing itself. Okay, this is the health gear. I have the costume. You could have the I could have the this one is the crit damage rating costume. So when it comes to the rotation, it's very simple, right? The rotation, like I mentioned before, you just have to make sure that the infect is on, and every two of this guy you infect again, right? Because 8 seconds. So so you always start with this one is to give a vulnerability. Then after that you do this one is the infect. Then after that do a withering tendrils. Then after that come to Venom, right? Then you can start to hit with all these single target, right? It's wonderful. Look at all this animation. Yeah, so that is something that is good. And whenever you need the Ica pad, I mean, you have to use this guy to back it all up. So yeah, so I'm going to fast forward the whole thing just to show you how to sustain the whole thing as well. So always start with this one, all right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Then just keep hitting, all right? Then make it, whenever you can. Then 2 times of that withering. Then will be the 2 times of withering will be infect again, and then this one again. So yeah. I mean, it's quite straightforward. There's nothing really, fancy about his rotation. Very nice, but you can sustain this one. I mean, if I focus and do my rotation, I can sustain this one to 100%. I mean, I would not need to use the parasitic tendrils. So in terms of function key, F1 is my lounge, F2 is my hungry more if I need to. So something like that. It's sort of like F3 is my parasitic tendril. So this is something like this. It looks really fantastic. So yeah, look at this, man. So it recover my Ica if I mess up my rotation, and F4 is the one that I use to swing. All right. So with that, I will then go into the cosmic terminal just to show you a little bit how he get placed like. All right. Okay, Venom with his buddy Spider-Man, both are in black. Look at that, man. Looks great. So going in, and here just need to do the web and come to Venom. Make sure keep an eye on the Ica though. By the way, sometimes in the heat of the moment, you kind of forgot that you have to manage the Ica. And I mean, whenever come to Venom is ready, just do something about it. Alright, so yeah, nothing much really fantastic to talk about. Just keep hitting, hit like a truck. So very high the single target. Well, sort of, but I mean, of course not as high as Wolverine. I kind of like miss Wolverine's. I mean, I think Wolverine, although I don't really like his lack of area, but I mean, he does spoil me a lot on the on his. Single target is really fantastic when it comes to Wolverine. So yeah, I mean Venom, like I said, needs some tuning for him. Hope that will come soon. And alright. So yeah, just make sure you do all the right thing. Spread all the webs here and there. Alright. So this is a very nice place for signature. So this is signature that you can put everybody together and just destroy them all. Alright, withering tendril, come to Venom. That's about it. Yeah, the single target hit like a truck. Remember that. Alright, so more of this guy. Just go and sometimes just spread all these things, and then non-elite will just die anyway. It's very nice. Alright, so that is still working my way through. But I mean, I really kind of like I used to enjoy Venom a lot back in the day when he was really strong, tier 1. I think hero all take their turn to be awesome, and I really hope that one of these very soon all the hero will be awesome, like what Gazillion promised. I think that would be the very ideal situation for me because I play so many heroes. So yeah, okay. So going into curse, very much like like I said before, just need to spread the layer. All right, just get from all these things. All right, come on, man. This is like a signature. Just keep hitting him. All right, on cooldown, and in fact, yeah, I mean it does feel a little bit slow, that's for sure. But I mean, I have to look at the timing again. I think it does feel a little bit slow. But I've done my best, man. So I mean, later on you'll see my gear. There's still some rooms for improvement. But yeah, I mean it is what it is. All right. Alright, this is the range Venom, and I just want to show you, this is not a build whereby, known for DPS, but it's a build that is very known for very relaxing when it comes to Cosmic Patrol, sorry. And, whenever I'm run out of Ica, I just either do the parasitic tendril, or I use the web cannon. So that is the one that I do, like all these things going on, and after that I use the parasitic tendril, and I've got the when I use that I've got negation as well, so it's very nice. All right, so just trying to find an angle whereby I can hit quite a number of them at the same time. So signature time, stun, then after that parasitic tendril, then get my thing up, then after that get out from there. So yeah, I mean, very relaxing. It just the whole shift key somehow doesn't work again after the patch. It was doing quite okay before. Now after that, I can either use a web cannon, I use it now, right? Or I can do parasitic tendril, right? So that is a lot of options when it comes to range. And yeah, I mean, it's really annoying right now. I can't really move it to the right place. And I'm using the siege right now. So yeah, that is a little bit just a little bit taste on what the range build is like in Cosmic Patrol. I find it really fun and kind of like a relaxing when I play range Venom in this kind of environment. Although his melee is pretty good as well, I have no problem with that. It's just that so let me see whether I can show you something else, like maybe Man Ape. Alright, so I'm the first one going in, so no problem. Again, all these things go in, the signature. I think I'm solving that, and the Withering Tendril, if you can. Alright, so that is it. After that, I use the web cannon because there's only one target there. And then after that, Tendril. So sometimes, yeah, I mean, it's really frustrating in this game, it's kind of like hold the shift key doesn't work, then switch to cannon as well. Cannon is not that great. Alright, so that is it. Yeah, and after that there's a Black Widow there. Alright, so yeah, so the rotation is very straightforward. Hardly need any med kit at all. Yes, the missile shield though, by right I should get quite near to do all my things. Alright, so just need to do a web cannon now. And the signature, and I think that should be it. Yeah, alright, so that is some idea of what he plays like. Maybe, should I do one more? Moment, alright, maybe just do one more for you guys. Moment has always been very challenging. Ooh, there's quite a lot of things going on. Right, let me see. The Ultron Sentry, by the way, is something that you should totally get rid of ASAP, because those hit really hard, even harder than the boss themselves. And a signature, then I'm going to do a parasitic tendril because there are all this nonsense around. Get my globe, and my team up is dead. Well, I don't blame him. So yeah, I mean that's the search I have. Alright, just keep the thing on. Then after that, yeah, continue doing it. Then if need to, just switch to cannon. There's really a lot of options here, really. So yeah, I mean this is the fun part about the range build. There's so many other options out there for you to do, and hope that gives you some idea of how it plays like. So yeah, I mean that is the one that this guy is trying to refill all the spirit and so on, the Ica and so on. But bear in mind that something has to be around to keep hitting it, because otherwise you won't regenerate the Ica. So if not, then that's fine. You have the web cannon as well. It doesn't hit us hard, but at least you're regenerating Ica. So yeah, I mean, maybe I'll just go to some places like here to show you the build a little bit, away from all this nonsense. So the build is very straightforward. I use a Legion because I like to have all these little, I can't show you right now, but there's a little kind of like two-headed worms around you, and it's very fun. Then if you play range, of course, this is the one passive to pick, right? And after that, I put full points here. Then I got full here, 1 point here, and full on the Withering Tendril. Oh, there's so many things hitting me. So yeah, I mean, let me just, why not do one more, shall I? Yeah, just I want to show you how the whole thing works, and I want to convince you that it's actually very fun to play a range Venom, right? Right, so just signature if you can, then do the web, and just keep hitting, right? You know what? I do an ultimate, man. His ultimate is fantastic. Yeah, if only I can do the key that is like, this is the parasitic tendril. After that, the web thing. Then after that, the parasitic. Okay, so that is the signature. Then after that, I think something keep pulling me. So withering tendril, and after that, just keep. This is now the parasitic tendril, right? So this is the one that I love the animation a lot, right? So let's get some angle, different angle, break that, then alright, withering as well, then parasitic tendril. It's very nice. Refill all my health, then do a signature, and yeah, I mean, I really enjoy range, as you can see. I really like the fact that I don't really need to do much, like in a cosmic environment. It's very nice, right? So once I'm down, then maybe I use web cannon now because it's only single target. Can't even see blob. Where's blob? Yeah, maybe I do this one instead. So yeah, so that has a lot of like I think he went over here. So yeah, so that is it. That is the range build. All right. Venom range build, and I hope you enjoy seeing the range build here. Just show you a power once again, just in case you want to know where I put all the powers for. So I max on this one, alright, and max on this one, alright, and then I max on this one. But if you're really fussy about the DPS though for the range build, you could do something like having them come to Venom instead. So yeah, I mean, you can build all those layers or inflict if you want, but then if you do all these things, then may as well do melee build, right? So yeah, I mean, so yeah, I hope you have some fun looking at how the range works. Welcome back to the training room, and this part of the video is about gear, Omega system, and so on. So when it comes to artifact, there are a couple of them that I would like to recommend. If you have better gear like the gorilla necklace, use it. What does it look like? It looks something like where's my Nightcrawler? So it looks something like that, and that is a good option for Venom or for any physical hero really. If you like to have the Howlbuster one, also very nice because he does both range and melee. There are some better rolls than this one, but I mean, a little bit of health, +1 fighting, brutal strike rating, and the crit strike rating. Those are pretty decent, I would say. And then for the medallion, I use Dr. Doom. I mean, it's good for both melee and range build, but you could definitely do a better job, say, with Green Reaper. I would say, let's see which hero of mine has Green Reaper. So, like Green Reaper, it's a very nice medallion for the physical hero. And if you don't need the health and spirit or Icar, you could definitely use a Shocker one as well if you don't have any other to think of. So that is one option as well. The rest of the artifact very much like, yeah, my roll is not that great here. You can see if you can get a better roll, do it. it's very hard to get a good roll for Taskmaster though. Then this one is also has a lot of room to, I don't know, I'm too lazy to reroll. I think I really should, because it could potentially be a very good artifact. So yeah, I mean the Relics, because Venom does both range and melee, so just do a crit damage rating for him. Rumor, I really like him, so I put the God of Mischief, but there are many other options as well because it does both range and melee. So probably something like, let me see, Captain America, I would say. What do I have for Captain America? So yeah, I mean, like this one is it's alright. It's not fantastic, but it's not terribly bad either. So yeah, so that is. But if you have a low-key rune, then yeah, do it. Depending on how much you love your Venom. Grade 70 is Gungnir. Grade 80 is the Axe. All right. In terms of unique, I really want to change this one because all the ranks that are given to me is not really benefiting my build. But yeah, I mean, with another 2 I'll hit 48, so that would be very nice for my you know, or +3 actually. I'll hit like close to the max, so that would help me a lot here. I don't really need anything here really. I mean, you know, come to Venom, it's just a cooldown power. So definitely for those who like to change a little bit here, this is one option. Fragment of Twilight, hello. So yeah, I mean, these are all the unit I use. Costume wise, I've crit damage rating and I've got 1 health as well, so my health can go up to about 30,000. Very comfortable in Cosmic Patrol. Insignia, if you can do a better job on the second one, which is the you can do like a, I don't know, crit or brutal or whatnot, you know, much better than, you know, I don't really have yeah, I really should get a better one for him. Lazy. So yeah, then that is the patch which I use it for all my heroes. In terms of the Omega system, as always, this one is quite a template because, like, you know, this 3 is 9 fighting, 4 on the brutal strike and so on, 6 on this frenzy, give me the crit damage rating, and after that spin tag on 10, then 3 and 6 for the health and health regen, then 5 strength here, 5 percent physical damage there, 13 on Shadow King for crit and brutal, as well as 5 on strength and health, you know, health, gives suppression on brutal, and after that the tactical neural implant for crit and more crit damage, yay. Alright, so that is all that I would like to talk about on Omega Point, and hero synergy is very standard. There's nothing really outstanding on whatever you need to watch out for. So I hope this video is somewhat useful. I know that may not be something you like to see in terms of the damage output from Venom, but I really hope that he will have his review on the unique soon to make him more fun. At least the whole build maybe, to make him more powerful, more fun to play. So yeah, I mean, this is what I have for Venom, and till next time we see each other. Goodbye.